What's going on, everybody? MileHigh back with another video. Today we have a new Town Hall 18 Legend League attack strategy for you guys. It is going to be using the Super Miners, who, if you didn't know, did get a new level. So they are much stronger than they used to be, and we're going to be pairing that with the Furnace Clone for maximum value to push through and 3-star these bases. We're going to be bringing a Troop Launcher, as well as Yetis and that. We're bringing the Snake Bracelet and Spiky Ball on the King. We've got the Action Figure Giant Arrow on the Queen, the Electro Boots and the Rocket Spear on the Royal Champion, and we have the Life Gem and the Rage Gem on the Grand Warden. So let's go hop into our first attack, and I'll show you guys how this works. Alright, so the first step of this attack, you're going to use your Warden. I like to use it on a corner. So we're going to drop him over there and get the healers on him, use a couple Cocoa Loons, and then you're going to drop your Furnaces around like that behind him. They're going to be getting the effect of the Rage Gem and the Life Gem, so they last so much longer and they get so much value. So we're just going to let that trim out a bunch of trash here. We're going to let probably all those buildings go down, and then these ones here as well. And then once that happens, we can clone over either that Scatter Shot or that Expo, just somewhere in that vicinity. And you're going to want to overlap your clones, something like this, into the core of the base, all 4 of them. And the goal of this is to get to the Clan Castle. You can deal with the Clan Castle without even luring it, which is why this attack is so good. And we're going to drop our Rage Spell over the last ones as well. So they're going to carve out a massive chunk of the base up there. And then the next step is to funnel out the bottom. So we're going to use actually our Super Miners probably down here somewhere. And that is the job to pull the Warden. We need to pull our Warden back down to our main army here because we need the healers and the Warden to join up with our Super Miners. And then once we do that, we're going to use the Queen down here somewhere, probably on this Elixir Collector. And we're going to shoot the Giant Arrow. And the whole point of that is just to cut off the funnel really quickly. And then we're going to use our King on the outside over here. His job is to walk around the outside with the Snake Bracelet and clear trash. And he just stays alive so long with that Snake Bracelet. That's why it's so good. And then it keeps the funnel tight for your Super Miners to path through the base. And I like to use the Totem Spell probably somewhere down here, just right on the entry. And then I like to use the Royal Champion early as well with that Rocket Spear ability, just to get the damage out of the way early on the entry. And also it'll help cut off that funnel a little bit quicker as well. So we'll get rid of the drawing here. We'll press play on this replay. So we're going to drop the Warden over in the corner, just like we said. We're going to let him work here for a second. We're going to speed this up to 2x, just because it does take a while for this to get started. We'll let some of the value get trimmed out first, and then we'll slow it back down. Multi-mortar goes down. He's dealing with that storage now. Okay, we'll slow it down now, because we're starting to get a little bit deeper into the core. As you see, the Fire Spirits even do a good job taking out heroes as they wreck the Royal Champion. So the Scatter Shot goes down. So we can start thinking about cloning here anytime now. Our Furnaces are just under half health. So that's kind of the indicator of where I like to start using them. So we drop all of them, and you see we overlap them slightly. And they get deep into the base that way, and then we rage up. So we're going to take out that Revenge Tower, and I didn't quite drop them low enough. I should have dropped that last one a little bit lower, because we're actually not jumping on the Clan Castle. We are now, but we might actually not get it down. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get it down. So that was a little bit of a mistake on my part, but we still got big value. So you see, we used that Queen, shot the Giant Arrow just to cut that funnel a little bit quicker. We have everything in. We got the Troop Launcher back here where it's safe. And yeah, we unfortunately didn't deal with the Clan Castle, which was a bit of a mistake on my part, but it shouldn't be the end of the world because we can actually use our Royal Champion. Royal Champion deals with those dragons, no problem. Unfortunately, she does take some damage because of it. And it did slow us down a little bit, so it was a mistake nonetheless. But it shouldn't completely cost us. And at this point, there's nothing even left for us to do, because obviously you don't have a Warden ability. Because you're running the double gems, if you click that, it won't actually do anything. So at this point, you're just sitting back and waiting. You can pop your Spiky Ball on your King if you want to. Usually, I just let it go to auto ability, unless it's at the end of the attack and you're trying to take out some trash at the end, just to get done with the 3-star before the time runs out. Sometimes that does happen. But if he ends up taking damage and just triggers on his own, that's completely fine. So as you see, we are coasting through this base. There's nothing left except for an Archer Tower. We used that Spiky Ball. It skipped through, cleaned up the trash. That way we didn't have to worry about time. And we get the 3-star. So let's go hop into another one. Alright, into our next attack. We're actually going to path through the Poison Tower up here, which isn't ideal. If you can avoid sending your cloned Fire Spirits through a poison spell, definitely do that. But this is the corner I wanted to come in from, just because I felt like that was the best value I could get while still being able to come in from behind the Fire Spitter on this side with my main army. That's why I wanted to approach like this. So that's what we do. We get our furnaces in. Again, we'll speed this up a little bit until they start picking off some of this trash, and then we'll slow it down and show you how I overlap them clone spells. You don't want to be too greedy and put them too far apart, because if you have one clone spell miss and doesn't keep cloning, then you could be in big trouble. So as you see, we overlap it a pretty decent amount, like a third of it probably is overlapping. So we drop a rage. Again, I don't think we're going to get the clan castle this time. Usually that's what I'm aiming for, but if not, I at least like to set a big funnel. And as you see, we are carving out a massive, massive chunk of the base. Yeah, we're definitely not going to get the clan castle, but again, it should be fine. Our warden's over here. He is dealing with that fire spitter, but we're going to pull him out because we're coming in from behind it anyway. We shoot the queen's giant arrow to cut off that funnel. Get our king going around the outside to make sure he can start cleaning up that trash to make sure all of our troops actually stay in the middle. And unfortunately, yeah, we did pull the clan castle. I should have used my royal champion and rocket spear over there. I used her over on the left to deal with the monolith, but now we are having a major, major issue with those dragons. As you see, I made another mistake. I'm showing you guys all this just to show you. Oh, and I actually did use the Eternal Tome on this one as well. I wanted to show you it does work as well with the Eternal Tome, but you can't get as much value out of your furnaces that way because you don't have the life gem, obviously. So your furnaces don't stay alive nearly as long. So that's why I do prefer the life gem. But I wanted to show you one with the Eternal Tome as well to show you it still does work. So again, not the greatest execution. We did take a lot of damage from those two dragons because I didn't do a good job dealing with the clan castle. So I wanted to show you guys this just so you can learn from my mistakes, so you can try to clean that up. Because if you execute this properly, it is very strong. And as you see, we are still coasting through the base here. And at this point, we can just speed through it because there's nothing left for us to do again. We just have that king ability, but we let it go to auto ability. He does go down, but our queen's still standing. We still have our giant alive, actually, from our action figure, as well as some of our yetis, and rip. We got a 99% on a third health air sweeper, so yeah, that's frustrating. But like I said, if I would have dealt with that clan castle properly, if I would have got started a little bit earlier, we easily would have 3-starred. So I'm going to keep that in and show you. We still get a 99%, even with that really poor execution, but a couple things here and there, even if I would have just deployed a little bit earlier, I still would have had the 3-star, even with the massive mistake. So it is a very powerful attack. Let's go get into one more. Alright, into our final attack here. This is pretty similar to the last base, but the clan castle is more off to the right as well as the town hall instead of being in the core. Monolith is basically in the same spot, so we're going to approach it basically the same way. I believe this time we do have the rage gem again instead of the eternal tome. Yep, we do. Or sorry, the life gem, not the rage gem. We have the rage gem regardless. So we have the life gem in this one. I actually did drop a couple balloons just to deal with that archer tower a little bit earlier. And we got really lucky there. The poison actually triggered to the outside onto our balloons. So we actually have free reign now into this super wizard tower and into that scatter shot. That was really lucky. I would like to say I meant to do that, but that would just be a lie. It ended up working out though regardless. So we're going to clone now. On this right side, we're going to go through that fire spitter. We're going to get into the clan castle, and we'll definitely get the clan castle this time. We'll get the fire spitter, we'll get the clan castle, we'll get the revenge tower. So really, really good value out of our furnaces this time. The revenge tower goes down. As you saw, the clan castle went down before we even lured it, so we didn't even have to deal with it. They're doing a lot of damage to that enemy minion prince as well. So we use our queen, cut off that funnel. Our king's going to go around the outside, which is perfect. We get our royal champion with the rocket spear in just to deal with the rest of that multi-inferno so it doesn't wreck our healers. The monolith goes down. Now we have really tight pathing. Look how perfect this pathing is. For some reason our king walked inside the walls. He's coming back around the outside now, but all this trash should already be cleared. But it's not going to matter. As you see, the funnel still worked out perfectly. We have a really tight funnel now. We'll just go in an L shape around the base, and then everything will converge. We do have 4 heroes actually still standing on the backside with a Tesla farm. So there is a lot of damage still. We're going to speed through this because, again, there's nothing really for us to do at this point. The only thing left intact for us to do is our king ability. But that's not something you actually have to pay attention to, really. So we're just sitting back and waiting now, hoping to get a good timing on this king ability. We should be able to take out this Tesla farm. Unfortunately, the enemy king slows us down. We had to pop it a little earlier than we wanted. So we did use it on some trash rather than some of the Teslas. But as you see, we're going to power through. That giant takes everything out except for the Tesla. We still have 3 Yetis standing with our queen and healers, full health. So we're going to get the 3-star on this base, coast through, take out that gold mine, easy 3-star. So as you see, it's a very powerful attack. Even if you make a couple mistakes, you can still pull it out. You just got to adjust a little bit on the fly. And I wanted to keep those mistakes in to show you guys, just so you guys can clean it up and execute it better, so you don't have to learn that the hard way on your own. So let me know in the comments how it works out for you guys. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys next time.